I shedding 6 times.
What is going on, Horror Gang? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to our Shot 'em 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host, Marcus. Please be sure to smash that like button or shoot that like button. I preferably you rather you shoot it. Shoot that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer on this stream and on this channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Any returning subs, viewers, hit the comment section. You guys know what to do. This is Shoot at Me Mondays. Basically every Monday. I'm going to try to go live, give you guys a live stream where I will answer any questions you guys want to ask me, horror movie related, music related, etc. Like basically, this will be a stream for you, the viewer, to get to know me, Marcus, the person, better. So, anybody who's watching this stream, hit the comment section with your questions, your theories, opinions, anything, any questions you want to ask me, as long as it's not super personal and stuff, because I don't like to delve into super personal things. You know what I mean? Obviously, I like to respect privacy or whatnot, but I'm open to giving you guys a little bit of me. You know what I mean? Not into the whole gory details, but I'll give you a little piece of me. So, any questions you guys want to ask, music, horror movie related, feel free to do so. As well as, guys, any new viewers that's coming on to this stream, welcome to Shoot at Me Monday on the channel. Shoot that like button for the stream. Helps the channel a lot. New viewers shoot that like and subscribe. All your support is greatly appreciated. Anybody who's returning, anybody who's new, shoot that like button for this stream. You guys, I can't even talk right now. It's kind of rushing around, so give me a second to warm up. You know what I mean? Just give me a second just to get my words and everything underneath me. And I actually want to change that to a ticker. So let me edit that real quick. Yeah, before I delve into like anything, getting into any type of topics or whatever, we're just gonna chill for the first few minutes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still put a little edit some things here, whatnot. But guys, if you're watching the stream, hit the comment section and let me know what you guys any questions you want to ask me. Like I said, horror related content, my favorite horror movie, my least favorite horror movie, what any type of horror movies I'd like to see come out, maybe that hasn't been rebooted yet, etc. Music, what have you. Like I said, guys, at the beginning of the stream, this is your chance to get to know me, Marcus, the man, a little bit better. There we go. Scroll that bad boy across the screen. There we go. That's a lot better. Let's hit the comment section. Bob, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yet still waking up. Hey, I feel you, buddy. Hey, anybody, any new viewers or any return, especially new viewers, any new subs, etc., that come onto the stream, in the description box, I shared Bob's link to his YouTube page. Bob was on a stream with me last night. Very loyal supporter. He's a Cravenite just like I am. He's also doing his own videos, trying to build his YouTube, content, etc. So anybody who's new to this channel and new to the stream, hit the description box and hit that YouTube page and you'll find Bob and hit that subscribe button. Bob's a really good guy and he's definitely got some really interesting theories and he's really good at what he does, a very good guy. So show your support to Bob. As well as Friday the 13th, me and Bob had the luxury of being invited to go on Craven Something Scary's mega, live stream party on Friday the 13th. And that link as well is in the description. So anybody who has not seen that live stream video, go ahead and take a peep. We'll warn you guys, we went basically 8 hours strong. So I don't know if you're going to want to watch the full 8 hours, but go take a peek at the stream, show some love, hit that like button, and show some support. I left those links in the in the description section for this stream. No doubt, Bob. No doubt. No doubt for sure. Like I said, I'm very big on helping content creators such as myself, especially those who are starting off, such as myself, get to where they want to go. I feel like a lot of content creators, and I said it last night and I said it before, as content creators, we don't do that enough. We don't support each other enough. There's too many of us out there. It's like, oh, I just, want to, this is just me. You know what I mean? And I understand that. I get that. That's fine. You know what I mean? But also understand that there's people that actually want to do the same thing you wanted you to do out there, and that it's not going to hurt to band together and make content together and help each other grow. There's nothing wrong with helping each other grow at all. I want more of that, and not only this community, but across content creators across the world. In all honesty, hopefully, we start getting a lot of content creators that's like warms up to working with each other. I feel like, you know, there's nothing wrong with creating your own content because you obviously want your own stamp on it. But there's also nothing wrong with incorporating other people's ideas to possibly make even better content. In all honesty, like I always say, teamwork makes the dream work. You know what I mean? So if you got, anybody who's out there who's content creating and stuff, don't shoot them down, help them out. If you're a content creator that's got 10,000 subs or whatnot, you've been there before where you've only had 100 subscribers or 20 subscribers. Go help your small time content creators out. You know what I mean? It definitely helps out a lot. Us content creators need to stick together and need to support each other instead of, being at odds. There's no reason to be at odds when we can create content together. Necessary distraction. Hey, she says, hello, boys. What's going on, Amby? How you doing today, girl? Bob Hunt says, exactly. We need to lift and help everyone grow, gives the community a great name when everyone gets to work together for something. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I say it all the time. A director cannot make his movie without his executive producers, without his whole crew. He cannot make a movie without an entire crew around him. So, I mean, granted, you could still make a bad movie with an entire crew around you, but excuse me, it's just the point. Like sometimes it's nothing wrong with adding somebody else's opinion and view to something you're creating. Bobby's breakdowns. Hey, Bobby, what's going on, man? Thank you for entering in the chat box. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, man, found your channel through Bob Hunt. Also saw you on Craven Stream. Good to meet you. I got a channel coming in October. Would love to do a collab with you. Hey, Bobby, absolutely. We can definitely do that for sure. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can find me. I shot him 6 times on Instagram. That is the best. That is the best way to get a hold of me and stuff. Inbox. I could leave you my email, but the best way to get a hold of me as of right now is Instagram. It's just easier for me because I'm actually like a little bit more on Instagram than I am actually on Facebook nowadays. So definitely shoot me a message on Instagram and we could definitely collab together in the future. I'm all for that. Definitely. Thank you for the comment, man. Appreciate it. Ghost from Mars, doing okay. Been watching the Johnny Depp trial. Oh man, how's Johnny doing? How's he doing up there? I've seen some clips. And from what I've seen, it's like there's his side is schooling their side. Like I could be wrong, you know what I mean? But from what I've taken from what I've seen in the clips, it seems like he's gonna win this case, in my opinion. And I also seen a clip of Miss Heard blowing that coke up her nose in that tissue. She tried to be slick, but ain't nobody dumb. Another thing I caught too is you see in that trial how 1 minute she's like crying and you see the sniffles, and then the next second she's like straight face, like she's such a fake. She's so fake, so fake. She is such a fake. I mean, she can't even do great acting. Like you're supposed to be an actress, and you couldn't even fool anybody like in that clip. Terrible acting skills. Terrible, terrible, terrible acting skills. She's gonna get what she deserves. You know what I mean? Like she's definitely gonna get what she deserves. Bobby says, I just followed you, good sir, and I subbed to you yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. All right, cool. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that, man. Really, really appreciate that. Appreciate all the love and support from you guys. This community is just it's otherworldly, honestly. Bob Hunt says, oh, and I got the IMDb Pro last night after we ended. Can we have AH be the first kill for Scream 6? It's not impossible. It's not impossible at all, man. There's so much. There's so many directions that they can go for that opening scene. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be interesting to see definitely for sure what direction they take. Definitely. Definitely. I just can't wait for I can't wait for more news to come out. But that's what's up, Bob, for sure. Bob, did you figure out how to did you find out how to send emails to, possible actors, etc. you want to get a hold of or whatnot? Necessary distractions. She cries for hours without a single tear. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's right. That is so right. Best community. Love you all. Absolutely, Bob. Love you too, brother. Love you too. This is definitely the best community. Honestly, it is. Honestly, it's otherworldly. Like I say it all the time, words can't describe how great our community is. And hopefully that will never change. Uh-huh. Yeah. I caught that. Yeah, I caught that. I caught that. Yes. Brett Bobby says, Bob, do you mean Amber Heard is the first kill? I mean, I would love to see that, honestly. That would be great. That would be the ultimate justice for Johnny, honestly, is to watch her get killed on screen in a Scream 6 opening. Fucking Amber. It's a damn shame. You know why it's a damn shame? Is because she's a damn good looking girl. You know what I mean? And I just don't understand. Like, I understand people have problems. It doesn't just because you have money, you know what I mean, doesn't mean you can escape your demons, etc. Hell, if anything, more money, more problems, as the great Biggie Smalls said. You know what I mean? But I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand what's her whole deal. Like, I understand there are some men in the world and there's some women in the world that love control. But from what I like read and stuff like that, it's like this chick is on a whole. She's operating on a whole different level of crazy. So definitely would be fascinating to see Amber Heard as the opening kill. That would be nice. I'm down only if Ghostface is dressed as a pirate. That is great. That is great. Well, you see that Jerry Bruckheimer announced that they are replacing Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, which I, I don't see how you can replace him with anybody in that character as Jack Sparrow. Like, okay, I mean, if that's what you want to do, you know what I mean. Like, that's what you want to do, Disney. Go ahead and go for it. But I don't think that's right at all. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not even about it being right. It's just who are you guys? Let me ask you guys this: who's gonna play Jack Sparrow now? Necessary Distraction says Johnny said he wouldn't do another Pirates movie no matter what. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that, Amby. I never knew that. So, I mean, guess yeah, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just the point, like, like, I'm gonna put it this way, that they're doing that Disney anyway. They're only doing that because of what's going on with Johnny. Like, if Johnny Depp, if he wasn't going through what he was going through, and Johnny Depp said, I want to come back to Pirates of the Caribbean, I had a change of heart, they would bring Johnny back. Like, if Bob Hunt says, if I'm Johnny, I wouldn't return. They wanted to trust her with no proof. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, they definitely did him dirty, man. Like, they definitely did. And in so many ways, in all honesty, I think they've been wanting to do Johnny dirty like that, like the whole Pirates of the Caribbean, like the studio or whatever you want to Disney, what have you. I think they've been wanting to do Johnny dirty like that because think about it like this. Remember, he was having problems before the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie he did, which where they were talking about he might not do that one, and then he ended up coming back and doing that one. So never know. I mean, like, well, now obviously now is that it's that bridge is burned. You know what I mean? But they definitely did do him wrong, like definitely for sure. And that's how a lot of them get hemmed up and shit. It's like a lot of them get their shit like projects canceled, etc., over issues like that without there being any real legit proof that they committed such crime. That's and I think that this case honestly will shed a lot of light on that, and hopefully it would and should. You know what I mean? Because, and there's no offense to women, just because a woman says, "Oh, that man hit me" or "that man beat me," that doesn't mean that's entirely true. You know what I mean? And too many times, often than not, do we see a lot of women because they can't control the situation, with the guy that they're with or what, just for any reason, they will make up shit and get a man in trouble or try to put him in jail for abuse he did not commit. So hopefully this case really sheds light on that and we start to clean a lot of that shit up. He said he wouldn't do it for 300 million and a million alpacas. That's great. Well, then, yeah, he's never doing it. Not even for 300 million and a million alpacas. Yeah, he's definitely never going to do it again. Bobby's breakdowns, my honest take on both of them. They both seem like bad people, but if you had to blackball him, you blackball her too. Yeah, absolutely. 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 I will say this. You can definitely tell Johnny is a partier. You can tell that Johnny, is into drugs and stuff like that. And I can say that because I know I used to do drugs myself. So I know what it's like when you're on the sauce, guys. Like I know that shit all too well. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely during his trial times where I'm looking at Johnny, I'm like, is he high now, or maybe is that the effects from being high and getting high for so long that obviously in his speech and in his mannerisms, like he's slowing down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, because that will do that to you over the course of time. You do enough drugs, eventually over time, it's going to start to fuck with things like in terms of your speech, in terms of, your energy, etc. Even if you are off of it, I always say this, even if you are off of drugs, when you get clean from drugs, initially, you're not really clean because you're still coming down from all the chemicals being released out of your body. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, I do think that Johnny does definitely think he does partake in the drugs and stuff. And I'm not sitting there saying he's perfect. You know what I mean? Absolutely not. Do I think that this situation he's in was a little bit fabricated on her end? Yes, but you're right. If you're going to blackball one, you got to blackball both of them. It can't just be one and not the other. You got to hold both accountable for the actions. Simple and plain. So I definitely agree with that, Bobby. Yeah, they did. They did. Ambi. They fired. Yeah, Aquaman did fire her. Maybe just a rumor, but 4 million people signed a petition. No, they fired her. That is true. That is a true statement. I saw that in online last week, and I actually read the article a little bit, but they got rid of her on Aquaman. She won't be returning. And I think Jason Momoa is happy. Like I think he actually made a statement about that, and he said something about her too, like something along the lines like she was like real piece of work to work with. That's it. She makes the real survivors look the real DV survivors look bad. Absolutely. No, I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely. I don't like how they treat men who have been victims. Abuse has no gender. That is so true. That is so true, Amby. So true. Abuse doesn't have a gender. Doesn't at all. Bob Hunt's the same, Amby. It's horrible when a guy is abused. We typically get laughed just to get laughed at, and it isn't right. Abuse has no gender. Absolutely. That's right. You know, And a lot of it is they think because we're men and we're genetically naturally built to be stronger than women, that just makes it okay that we're just supposed to take the abuse. Like, okay, we can take the shots. It's okay, whatever. You're a girl, so you're not gonna hurt me. And that's not entirely true. Excuse me. A woman can conjure up just as much power, if not more power, by cocking back and punching a man full force in the face just as much as if it was another man hitting another man in the face. You know what I mean? So that's that's absolutely right. Abuse has no gender. You know what I mean? Like, and too many times, often than not, just because of the fact that we are men, it's expected for us to just take the abuse and just walk away or not say anything about it. And it's like, no, you know what I mean? There's guys, like guys, if there's any guys out there that goes through that, and women too, talk about it, report the abuse, get away from that situation. Just because you are a man, just because you're a woman, does not mean you deserve to be abused. Get the hell away from that situation. I mean, honestly. Bobby Breakdown says, wait, she actually got fired. She's listed on IMDb cast still. Now, she did get fired last week. I saw that report. I did see that she got let go from Aquaman. I did. Absolutely. She's gone. And I don't think and sometimes, Bobby, I know this for a fact. Sometimes IMDb, you can't always go we can't always go by what their cast, what their, results on their list or whatnot says. Because just about a week ago, Craven Something Scary did a video about the cast, new cast members for Scream 6. And when I had went to look at the same list, those cast members that he had talked about was not on that list. So sometimes things like sometimes it's either a mistake or it's not 100% accurate. I came to find out real quick with IMDb Pro and IMDb, but there's nothing wrong with that because I always say this: there's nothing wrong with that because that allows you to speculate and that's good for content. You know what I mean? If you see something that it's basically a rumor or something they say it's official, but that might not be official, it still allows you to create content and speculate on it. You know what I mean? So I don't mind it when IMDb Pro puts up something that even if it turns out to not be true, still good for speculation purposes in my book. Bobby Breakdown says, I know Momoa has been back in Johnny, but she's still listed for the movie. Yeah, like I said last week, I did see a report that she's gone. I can actually, you know what? Let's look that up right now. Just for further confirmation, Bobby. We're gonna really do a deep dive real quick. But I know 100% I saw that. Yep, she was fired. Yep. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. So, this was as of March 2nd. Amber Heard's Aquaman 2 rolls 6 to 10 minutes. Firing petition reaches 3 million. So what it looks like from what I'm reading, see, there's multiple articles about this. It's saying there's one article they're saying that she clapped back after being fired from Aquaman. Then it says Amber Heard was almost fired from Aquaman 2, but she's not. Yeah, I think what is happening. So this is what I'm going to take what is happening, you guys. What's happening is that her role is she's obviously still cast, but as the petition grows, They're just cutting her time out of the movie even more. So what I think they're going to do is once this petition reaches a certain amount, they're going to just come to the realization, you know what? There's no point for her even to be in this movie. We had to cut so much time out that they're just going to end up cutting her out of the movie. Like, I think that's what's going on because from what I'm seeing, like they keep cutting her times in the movie. Like it said, her time in the movie now cut down to 10 minutes. So as petition reaches 3 million people. So I mean, what it looks like is that they are going to they're going to ride this thing out, and slowly but surely they're just going to cut the screen time for how long she's in the movie to maybe the point where she's not in it at all. I just think, in all honesty, if you're going to do all that, if you're going to cut her time out, you just might as well fire her ass, right? Like, what's the point? Like, you might as well just fire her. I don't understand. I don't understand why even keep her in the movie at all. Yeah, Bobby's breakdown. So that's what's going on, man. I'm almost positive she's still in it, but I'll be ecstatic if she got fired. Like I said, from what it looks like, she's not officially fired yet. But as that petition keeps growing, they're just cutting her out of the movie, cutting her out of the movie, cutting her out. So, like I said, I just don't understand why they don't just cut her out completely. I don't know why. Hopefully, we do get that. She doesn't deserve to be in that movie. Like I agree with you. If Johnny's going to be blackballed, she needs to be too. Necessary distraction. Can we go to IMDb and list all of us as Scream Six cast? I think we can actually. In all honesty, I think you can do that. I think you can edit some shit on there. I know you can on Scream Fandom. You can on ScreamFandom.com. You can put whatever you want. That's why in that video about Stu being missing, I made it a point to point out that hey, like, listen, these are fans who do this site, even though it's everything Scream and they have all the information, the backstory. These are fans who post this stuff on that site. So you know it's always good to keep that in mind because that doesn't mean it's always true. You know what I mean? Like that just could be a fan just putting something on there. But I know for sure, Ambi, on screamfandom.com, you can edit whatever you want. And if you wanted to add a whole new cast list, you could. That's something I might have to check out with IMDb, like get some confirmation and see if you can do that. Oh, Bob. Bob, you should check into that right now. Honestly, you should. You should check into that and see if you can create your own like cast list on IMDb or IMDb Pro because that would be a great way to prank Craven and Fate. That would be crazy. We should do that. We should do that. I'm game, man. Let's do it. I'm game for that. That would be fun. I can only imagine. Now, question: if we were to prank them like that, who would you label as the cast members? Let's get into a discussion about that. If you're going to prank Craven and Fate as to who's the new cast in Scream Six, like if you're going to put that on IMDb Pro, what actors are you going to place on there? I'm interested to hear this. Val Janowski, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Good afternoon. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, imagine Fate, Jake, and Craven making a video listing us as the cast. Oh my God, that would be great. Oh man, that would be fun. That would be great. Bobby's breakdown. So she's hot. That's all she has. That's only goes so far though. No, you're right. Absolutely. That is. But think about it like this. Like, how hot is she really? Like, I've always been the type of person, like, because I know firsthand, you can have a drop dead gorgeous woman on the outside, but be a fucking despicable piece of shit on the inside. Honestly, I've been through that. I know that. So honestly, how hot is she really? I've always been the type of person that you can be as beautiful or as handsome on the outside as you want to be. But if you don't have a damn heart or a soul and you're a piece of shit, you're an ugly motherfucker to me. I'm sorry. I just that's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, and in my opinion, she like facial features, yes, she's a good looking girl. But overall, she's an ugly human fucking being. And I'm sorry, I'd rather take somebody who's half who has half the look she does that has way more heart. And that's just me. You know what I mean? Like she's like her, the outside doesn't always do it for me. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't. You can be as gorgeous on the outside, but be a fucking terrible human being on the inside. And that's exactly what she is. Bob says, let's let's put Val as Sydney, Amber as Tara, Marcus as hold on, as the stuntman. I would do it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. But see, I'm going to tell you, Bob, just to kind of excuse me, just to kind of make it not so obvious. You can change my name, like the way my name is spelled, and spell it Marcus, just so it's not so obvious. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if it's spelled that way, even Craven, because Craven, he is so detailed. He gets into it. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of the same way, just like I'm kind of wired that way. Like if he really looks at that, he's gonna be like, really? I don't know here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, granted, there's other Marcuses in the world that spells their name the same way I do, obviously. But just because I feel like it is so rare and so unique, we would have to switch my name the way my name is spelled, just so he doesn't catch on so easily. Bobby's breakdowns, yeah, I was more attracted to her before all this. Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us guys were. There's no doubt about that. Like before this situation came out, and we start hearing the nitty gritty of how batshit crazy this woman is. Any man out there, you can't tell me you didn't want to sit there and poke Amber Heard. You did. You know what I mean? If you didn't, you either lying or you really just aren't attracted to her. I mean, that can happen. You know what I mean? But I want to say a good 90 to 99% of men, before this story came out about Amber Heard, if they had a chance to get Amber Heard in their bed, they would take that chance. No doubt about it. I mean, I know I would before I found out she was batshit crazy. Now for sure I would never screw around with her. She might pull some basic instinct shit on me and try to kill me with an ice pick. Never know. That's right. Necessary. Her personality zapped the hot right out of her. Absolutely. It did. Damn, Bob, what am I, chopped liver? That's what's up. Yeah, especially on Bobby, when you get your channel together, man. Definitely, like I said, we can definitely do some collaborations, and me and Bob will for sure help, promote and push that for sure, man. No doubt. Necessary distraction. Or we could list us as new cast, just make up names of the characters. Yeah, I would be down for that. Absolutely. That would be a hell of a prank. Honestly, I don't think we should wait till April Fools. I kind of want to do it now. Honestly, I want to prank the hell out of those guys now. I want to do it to them. I want to see how fast it would take them to drop a video on these new cast members. I want to see how long it would take each one of them. Necessary says give our characters names like Bubba, Rainbow. I'd be down for that. Knowing what I know about her now makes me glad she got smashed in the head with a toilet in zombie land. Right? Yeah, necessary. Oh, oh my God. I got to smoke on that one, guys. I got to toke on that one. Oh, man. Oh, God. I know some guys like the crazy ones, but not poop the bed crazy. No, Amber. No. I've I'd like to say in my younger days, yeah, of course you I mean as a man, you'd be attracted to, the kind of crazy chicks, the ones that got a little attitude, whatever. Now that I'm older, it's like, no, I mean, if you're not like, how can I say, if you're not like crazy to where it's like playful crazy, like how we like horror movies, stuff like that. If you're like really batshit crazy and like you're trying to harm me or you're just always got an attitude or just always ignorant, no, I can't fuck with you. You know what I mean? And shit, I just can't do it. Just can't do it. I want me a nice lady. You know what I mean? I want me a nice chick. I don't want somebody who's gonna be mean to me. You know what I mean? Simple and plain. Especially not somebody who's gonna shit the fucking bed. Oh my god. Like that how do you even how do you tolerate such madness? Like, oh my god. How do you tolerate such madness? I don't care how damn pretty the girl is on the outside. Like, she's shitting your fucking bed, bro. Like, oh man. Oh, I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Like, oh man. Oh, she is the definition of a turd burglar. She is the definition of a fucking turd burglar. Oh man. Bob Hunt says, Marcus is Bubba. I like that. Yeah, let's go. Bubba, Amber's Rainbow. That actually fits Ambi well because I see she has like blue hair and stuff. So that would be real. That makes sense. Yeah, that'd be a perfect name for Amber. Val is yummy. Bobby is Heenan. Oh, good one, Bob. Good one. I'll be Humberto. 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 Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. That's Bob. From now on, that's gonna be your new nickname, Humberto. I like that. Humberto. I love it. Damn, that's a good one. Oh man. Woo. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh man. Yes, I have to medicate myself. I tell you one thing. I have to go. I have to go see the doctor soon. I got to get my back checked out. It's fucked up pretty bad. Like to the point where I literally have to crack my back like literally more than 5 times a day just to get comfort. I don't know if you guys notice like sometimes when I'm on the stream and you'll see me like do this or like I'm moving, twisting a little bit and stuff. That's because literally my back locks up like literally as soon as I crack it, it's automatically locking right back up. Like it's crazy, you guys. Like this is why I smoke what they call the devil's lettuce to kind of ease some of the pain because I don't want to, as somebody who used to be addicted to hardcore drugs, I don't want to, I don't want any Percocets, Vicodins. I don't want anything that makes me think powdery substance or anything because yeah, not good. Yeah, I mean, I don't do that stuff. You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean? That I don't want to be triggered for anything. You know what I mean and stuff. So it is what it is. Plus, I'll be honest, I love smoking weed. You know what I mean? I always like smoking weed. I think it makes everybody. I think a lot of people and some people would disagree, but I think if a lot of people smoked weed in the world, they'd be a lot happier. You know what I mean? People who don't smoke weed, I think if they did smoke weed, they'd be a lot happier. Honestly, you know what I mean and stuff. Like I weed is it's just not even about being high, in my opinion. It's just about really just being relaxed. I feel so relaxed when I smoke marijuana. Like I do. You know what I mean? Mentally and physically. Like I just feel so relaxed. You know what I mean? Like I feel in my element. Like honestly, like when I'm like not saying when I'm sober, I don't, but when I'm sober, I think about the pain in my back a lot more than I do when I smoke. You know what I mean? When yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's funny you say that, Val. I do. I do need a gamer chair. I do. I really, really do. But I still need to go get my back checked either way because it hasn't been the best for years and put a lot of wear and tear on my body, guys. I do like I've been working since I was like 15 years old and the type of jobs I do, like in terms of like working in restaurants or construction and stuff like that, like it's fast paced and it's heavy lifting and stuff like that. So just the years of grinding and wear and tear and lifting all those heavy objects. I'm talking about like roofing objects, all that shit. Like takes a toll on you after a while. Definitely does. You know what I mean? So definitely got to get that checked out because I don't, you know, I don't, I don't want to sit there and not be able to do anything by the time I'm 35. You know what I mean? Like I still want to be able to get up and do stuff. So, but Val says my mom bought me one for Christmas because I spend a lot of time on my computer for business. No more sore back. Okay, definitely, yeah, definitely. Thank you for the plug, Val, because I know I need a gamer chair. I got to get one. I got to get one for sure. But I still want to go maybe go see a massage therapist. A lot of people tell me to go to a chiropractor, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of scared because I don't want them to, fuck my back up even more. I've seen people or I've heard people like, oh man, chiropractors aren't always, the way to go. So gamer chair and maybe take a 2 hour trip to the spa out here, get a massage and see how that works. You know what I mean? Definitely, but definitely need to get this back taken care of. I still want to go to the doctors just to make sure it's like not nothing severe. You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact my dad, he was born with like scoliosis or something like that, but like his was like really bad to the point where like his back curved. Like it's crazy. Like so, and he had like severe back problems for like years and years and years, like to the point where they had to give him steroids at one point in time because he couldn't walk. He couldn't sit up straight because his back was so bad. And then he start giving him steroids and start doing physical therapy, and then he obviously was able to get back to normal. But yes, I agree with you, Val. I definitely do need a gamer chair for sure. Bob says, "Oh, definitely always made me relax and outgoing on the lettuce." Yeah, man. I always say that it's from the earth. It's grass. It's literally grass. That's all it is. You know what I mean? We're just smoking grass. That's it. My back is all kinds of fucked up. Necessary distraction. Got eight bulging discs, missing bottom disc completely, plus a pinched nerve in my neck and one in my lower back. Oh God, Amby, that's not good, honey. And degenerative disc disease. Oh wow, I'm sorry, girl. I didn't, that's not good. I can't. And then that wow, hearing all that makes me feel like I'm bitching. Honestly, I feel like I'm bitching. Like you got real. That's real pain right there. Like wow, eight bulging discs. Wow, that's fucking nuts. Man, I gotta sit back on that for a second. Like wow, how like let me like how like I'm like how's the pain level on that? Like I know you have to be in severe pain all day. Like I know if I'm feeling pain just from working or just from putting so much torque on my back over the years, I know you got to be. I know you got to be going through awful pain. Like all back pain can be awful. Yeah, but still, like that just oh man, that just sounds like if I were to be going through that, I wouldn't even honestly want to get up. Like I just want to lay down all day. Honestly, I wouldn't even want to move. Like that's just what that sounds like to me. Like that's I'm sorry, Amby. That sucks. That sucks. Well, hopefully, I mean, if if it's any consolation, hopefully being here on these streams and having these chats with me, Craven, Bob, and we talk on Instagram and have our conversations. Hopefully, our conversations that we have take your mind off the pain and all that stuff that you go through with your back and shit. I mean, because that sucks. Valgus. My husband has a nerve stimulator in his back because he has a horrible back like Amber because of high pain level. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Val. See, man, like, yeah, now I feel bad because, like I said, like dad, they're going, y'all guys, like your husband Val and Amber, they're going through way worse than what I'm going through. You know what I mean? Like now, like I said, now I just feel like a bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Val. I always said this. I always say this. Every single year, and my birthday is going to be in a month, and I'm going to say it because I'm going to have a live stream. I'm going to celebrate it with you guys. We're going to do something here on the channel, whatnot. But I always say it every single year when my birthday comes around, and my mom's like, "Happy birthday, son! How do you feel?" And I always do this. Yep, just one more year that proves my immortality is waning. Like, I'll be honest, I wish we could live. I wish there was an age limit that we had a cutoff to where we didn't get too old and we could live forever. I do. I'll be honest, like I do. I wish we could all live forever. I don't want to go anywhere. As hectic as this world can be, I like it here. I don't know why, but I do. I don't want to go. Don't take me. Like seriously though, like I mean it's but we all know this. It's inevitable. Over time, we're gonna get old. Our bodies are gonna break down. It's bound to happen. Sucks, but it's bound to happen. It is. I hate it. I don't want my immortality to wane. Ooh. Well, that's what I love to hear. Necessary, Amby. That's what I love to hear for real. Honestly, I love to hear that. That's how it's supposed to be. When you meet a group of people, especially that share the same passion and the same love for like cinema and horror movies, like we do, you know what I mean? It goes out way beyond that. You know what I mean? You start to have a bond with people. You know what I mean? And you care about people. You know what I mean? You care about them, personally, etc. So I'm glad that this community helps that, and I'm glad to be a part of that community that helps you through that. Val says, "Yep, but internal, had it surgically implanted." So let me ask you something though, Val. So surgically implanted, like, so that means did they have to put a metal rod like in his back and stuff like that? Like, what did they have to do? Oh wow, I have really high pain tolerance. Well, I give it to you. You know what I mean? I wish I had high pain tolerance. Like I'm pretty good with my pain tolerance, but once something hurts to the point where it's like it really hurts, I'm like, fuck. Like you will know it. If it really, really hurts, you will know if I'm hurt. Honestly. Like that's good though, at least, Amby, that you have really high pain tolerance. I mean, that at least can take some of the pressure of not having to feel that pain. But that's still sad. Like that, you shouldn't have to be going through that shit. Like nobody should. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys realize this. I'm just the type of person, like, in all honesty, I wish I wish a lot of everybody was in good health, and I wish everybody, would like take care and love each other. That's just the type of guy I am, honestly. I wish there was no such things as illnesses and injuries and broken bones and all that. I really wish that wasn't a thing, but unfortunately, you know that's that's impossible. This can never happen. But one could dream for sure. One could dream. That's right, Bob. Yeah, we all have different pains and aches, but this community has given us the help we all need. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're here for each other, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, is that we're here for each other no matter what. Doesn't always have to be about horror conversations and other or anything on that level. We're genuinely here for each other. We genuinely wake up when we have time, because we all be busy doing our own thing. But when we have a time to take a second, even if like Bob, you'll message me to like later on today. If I can't get back to you later because I might be busy putting everything together or setting stuff up, for sure I'm going to get back to you tomorrow. It's the fact that we go out of our way outside of these conversations on the channel. We go out of our way to say, "Hey, how are you guys doing today? How's life going?" It's not just all about the horror movie channel and the love for horror movies and Scream and Halloween. It's the love we have as people for each other, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. Honestly, that's what's so great about this community, and that's why I love you guys in this community. I love talking to you guys. I love engaging with you guys because we all share the same passion, not just with horror movies, but with life, and how we care about each other. I said it, I think backstage yesterday to Bob. What we don't have enough in the world anymore is loving thy neighbor. It used to be that way. We used to love thy neighbor. A lot of us don't love thy neighbor anymore. And I would like to see a lot of the world get back to that, much like we do in this community, for sure. Because that's a lot of the vibes I get from each and every one of you. Love thy neighbor. You know what I mean? And I love that, honestly. I mean, I get it. We're not all gonna like everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody's not gonna like us. But for the most part, if we can at least be cordial, you know what I mean? At least be cordial and supportive and not disrespectful. I think, a lot of the world would be a lot better place. So hopefully we get to that point. But I know we as a community here are already at that point. I don't have to question that here with this community. You guys are incredible, honestly. Okay, Val says note battery pack, which leads that to go to 9 different nerve areas in his back, controlled by iPhone. What? Oh, wow. He can't go through metal detectors. Oh wow, that's crazy. And it's controlled by an iPhone. Wow. Did you ever think we would get to the point in time where our equipment that we use for medicine purposes, etc., can be controlled by a cell phone? That's insane. That's crazy. But damn, 9 different nerve areas in the back. So basically he's getting an electric charge to 9 different areas in his back. Val, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I'm taking that. That's crazy. That's nuts. Again, sorry to hear that, Val. Tell your husband I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Okay, yeah, Val says yes, Marcus. Wow, that's crazy. Whew. Nine different electrical charges going through your spine, basically through your whole back, through your whole spinal cord. Mm, I can't imagine, man. Well, obviously I can't imagine. That sucks. Wow. Like that's crazy. I hate that shit. I do. I really wish like I mean that when I say that. Like I really wish there was no such thing as ailments, illnesses, injuries, none of that shit. Bob Hunt says trade same. I would trade anything because we all care as people. It's not about the horror movies and shows. We love it. It's just us being there when we can. Absolutely. No doubt. Excuse me. Ooh, had to let that one out, y'all. Sorry. Val says no Amber, but it took him from 10 plus pain level to about 3 or 4, which he can function at some no pain at all. He doesn't regret getting it. Well, at least if it helps Val with the pain and stuff like that, and he doesn't like, and as long as obviously he doesn't regret getting it, that's a plus. That's definitely a plus of the matter because that's crazy to have to go through all that. But as long as he's happy and it helped decrease his pain level and he's content with where he's how he's feeling now, that's a good thing. That's all you can hope for, honestly. That's a good thing. Yes, I actually did. Um, necessary. Yeah, I actually shared that link to that stream in the description of this channel or whatever. I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream or whatnot. I also put Bob's YouTube channel in the description box of this stream. So any new viewers who hasn't been in Bob's channel, the link is in the description. Check his channel out. Very passionate dude about what he does. He's gonna have more content coming out. You can also catch him on the channel here with me. He's gonna be doing future live streams with me as well. So definitely hit that subscribe button to Bob's page and give him a look. As well as if you have not watched the Friday the 13th mega live stream party that we were a part of on Craven Something Scary's YouTube channel, I put that link for that live stream video in the description as well. It is 8 hours worth of content, of great content. We had a great time. I know a lot of people, a lot of you new viewers probably like, whoa, I ain't watching 8 hours. But hey, just stop it, check it out for a few minutes, give it a look and hit that like button on that stream as well. Support is appreciated. Yeah, I did see they got over to like, I want to say maybe like 1,300 views, something like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that definitely did a great job. And hopefully with me sharing it, it does an even better job. I mean, gotta get those views up for sure. That is crazy though. I 8 hours. Woo! We put a whole work shift on Friday night. That's crazy. Steven, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. 6 times. How you doing, man? How everybody doing? I'm doing great, man. You know what I mean? Just chilling, man. Just wanting to hear from you guys, having a simple conversation. You read the description and shoot at me Mondays. So you can shoot at me with whatever question you have horror related. If you want to, ask me a question about me, myself, the person, this is your chance to get to know me better. Go for it, as long as it's obviously not too personal. I don't, get too personal in, to my backstory, my life, and stuff like that. But if you have certain questions, like my favorite music preferences, etc., something like that, any question you want to ask me as it pertains to that or horror movies, go for it, buddy. And as well as don't forget to hit that like button on the stream, guys. Please, the support is greatly appreciated. Shoot that like button on the stream as you see on the ticker here on the bottom. Helps the channel out a ton, especially new viewers. Any new viewers, like this stream as well as hit that sub button. Please, the support is greatly appreciated, you guys. Support is greatly, greatly appreciated. And thank you, Bob, for also putting the plug out there, to get some likes on the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Jackie, what's going on, Jackie? How you doing, girl? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. We're just chilling here, having a simple conversation, Jackie. Like I said, it's the Shoot at Me Mondays on the channel. You can ask me whatever question you want, as it's horror related, personal, like any like a personal preference. What's my favorite movie? What's my favorite music? What's my favorite color? Stuff like that. Like any type of questions you want to know about me, the person, shoot at me. Go for it. Bob asks, "What is my favorite Fozzie song?" I actually like Painless a lot. I resonate with that song so much. I like a lot of Chris's work and Fozzie's work as a whole. So that is like I actually like a lot of their music. So it is really hard to narrow just one down. But if it had to be one, it would be Painless. I really, really like that song. That was a really good one. And I don't know if you know this, Bob. A lot of people give Chris flack and they're like, "Oh, he can't sing. He's terrible." And I'm like, he's not bad. He actually has a pretty good singing voice. You know what I mean? I don't know what you think about Chris's singing voice, Bob, but I think Chris is pretty good. Is he a Bon Jovi or an Aerosmith? No, but he's not bad, especially for a guy who's supposed to just be a professional wrestler. But definitely would have to be Painless. Really like that song. I can resonate a lot with that song. Good question, though, Bob. Really good question. Nobody's ever asked me that before. Just to let you know, like, what is my favorite Fozzy song? You know what I mean? Like, so definitely a good question, but has to be Painless. Even though I do like Judas a lot, especially, I do want to go to an AEW event and sing Judas with the crowd while Chris is coming out to the ring. That would be pretty lit. Actually, I did check that out this morning, Amber, and it is fire. Yes, that My Chemical Romance song, it's definitely a banger. Definitely. It's nice to see those guys come back. It is. Bob says, fully agree. I can't choose between Painless, and I Still Burn. I connect to both songs, and I still think he's a good singer. Not the best in the world, but a solid voice. And I'm biased. I grew up with him. No, honestly, yeah, I think he has a pretty good voice too, man. I don't think he has a bad voice at all. He has a better voice than what people give him credit for, because they really make it seem like he cannot sing. And I'm just like, no, he can sing a little bit. He just has his own unique voice. You know what I mean? I've heard a lot worse singers than Chris Jericho. Believe me. And Chris, he's definitely solid. You know what I mean? Yeah, I Still Burn was another good one. Definitely another good one. Like I said, their catalog is pretty good, man. It's pretty good. They don't get enough credit. They do not get enough credit whatsoever. And in all honesty, I don't think they get enough credit is because Chris is, more known as a wrestler. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of stupid. Just because he's a known as a professional wrestler doesn't mean he doesn't put out good music. Calais Royale has a new song and video dropping on the 20th. I will be checking out too. Yeah, thank you for putting me on to them too, Ambi, because yeah, they're definitely good. They're doing really, really good. Those guys are fantastic. I enjoy them. I enjoy their music because I can wake up in the morning and listen to their music because they're upbeat. They like, don't get me wrong. I love, all types of pace music. It can be slow, fast, sporadic, whatever. But I can put on one of their songs in the morning and I'm just like, whoa, let's go. You know what I mean? So thank you for putting me on to them, Ambi. Definitely. Tom Petty and Bob Dylan, odd voices yet very successful. So yeah, absolutely. Listen, the most successful people, honestly, are the ones with the most unique voices, in my opinion. It's not the ones. It's not the ones who you can obviously can sing. You can hear, they can sing their lungs out. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear somebody who has the same type of voice, high pitch, can sing like they're in a choir. That's cool and all, but you got to have some type of voice differentiality. You know what I mean? So definitely, there's nothing wrong with having some different voices. Like honestly, y'all might even laugh at this. Rob Pattinson. I don't know if you guys ever heard him sing. He has a very unique voice. Very, very unique voice. I mean, he's not bad. I think he's actually pretty good as a singer. Really, really shocked. Was shocked when I heard some of his, his music and stuff like that. Some of his little, I guess, things that he did for Twilight when he was playing in that movie and stuff. And I guess he had a couple songs, and I caught him on YouTube, and he's actually pretty good. He actually had some acoustic videos or whatnot. Yeah, yeah, necessary. Batman, yes, yes. Check him out. Rob Pattinson, he can sing. He has a very unique voice, and I like it. I like it a lot. He has a very unique voice. I'll have to send you the link after this, Abby. I'll send you the link to it for sure. You know what? You know what? I can look that up now, actually. I got you. I got you covered like State Farm. Let me look this bad boy up. Copy the link and I'll copy the link and I'll put it in the comment section. Share, copy link. All right, here we go. Here you go, Amby. Here goes the link to that. Yes, Jackie. I just put the link in the comment section. He's pretty good. I like him. I think he's got a pretty good voice. I wish he would do more music. He doesn't have enough material out there, in my opinion. Like I think he's really good. I could listen to him. Like if he would put a whole album together and really put his heart and soul into whatever his album is about and behind the music, I think it would come out really, really good. No doubt, Amby, got you. No doubt. Actually, all right, the scene in Twilight, if you watch Twilight, when he's biting Bella, when he's turning her, that song in the background, that's him singing. That was him. That was the song in the background was him singing. I think the song is called Let Me Sign. That's the one I just shared in the comment section. I forgot about that. That in that scene when he's biting her, that song is playing in the background. Yes. 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 Rob's that dude, man. I'm a fan of Rob Pattinson. Oh, when all the guys was making fun of him because of his hair and how it was going and stuff like that. I was like, man, that guy's good. He's a great actor. You guys leave him alone. I like Rob Pattinson. Think he's pretty cool. Yes. Yes, Jackie. Yes, he does have a nice voice. It fucked me up too. When I found out that it was him, I was like, what? I was like, damn, come on, Rob. You gotta give me more, you gotta give me more material, man. Like he's good and he can play the guitar pretty well as well. He's talented. He's really, really talented. No, I have not seen him in Good Times, if that is the title, but I'll have to look it up. I remember that movie with I think it was Reese Witherspoon. He did was it Water for Elephants or something like that. I did watch that movie. Thought it was okay. You know, what I mean, I still have to catch the new Batman. I haven't found it's a 3 hour movie, so I got to find a day where I'm gonna really hunker down and be like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna take a chill pill off posting videos and maybe doing a live stream today, and I'm gonna sit and really watch the Batman because I when I saw the trailers, I was like, he is going to fucking murder this part. And I want to see how well he did. A lot of people say, oh, it was boring and this and that. And I'm like, the only reason why a lot of people I believe will say it's boring is because a lot of people don't like a long story. You know what I mean? If anybody knows the Batman movies or whatever, it's a really, really long history. And most movies are like 2.5 hours, 3 hours long. So I don't mind that. I still got to watch that though. But definitely going to check out Good Times. Okay, yeah, see, even necessary is saying it's so Batman is so good. Yes, I'm gonna have to definitely watch it. I gotta find a day where I might even, you know what, just do it after the stream, in all honesty, because then I can just hold off on my video, my Saw video I want to post about for later. Yeah, I can do that. Me and Bob were having a very interesting conversation about Saul last night, and Bob knows where I'm going with this, but I'm gonna drop a video about it later. I think I found something interesting that flew by my head for so many years that I didn't think about. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but I'm gonna talk about it later in the video. That's right. People just want to hate on him because of Twilight. You're right. Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. And I'll be honest, you know what I mean? When that whole series or franchise first came out, I was like, you know what I mean? I wasn't really into those type of movies. Don't get me wrong, I'd like fantasy type movies, you know, getting different and all that stuff, but I wasn't sure how I'd react to that one because I'm so used to seeing vampires be portrayed in like a murderous, like vicious way. So, but then when I really sat down and watched that movie and stuff, it actually wasn't bad. My favorite was the whole wolves. I'm a big fan of wolves. I love wolves. So that's what really turned made me want to watch Twilight was, you know, the whole wolf pack and all that. You know what I mean? I enjoyed that. Thought that was pretty cool. HBO Max has deleted Joker scene now. Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely check this out. Definitely gonna have to watch that because I've been slacking. Steven said we should all have nice voices. I'll be honest, I used to have a fairly decent singing voice, and then I mean, I really would have to push through it to sound really good if I wanted to, but smoking and stuff like that doesn't help. You know what I mean? So definitely hurt whatever singing voice I had and still have. Definitely does hurt. Val says, "Sorry guys, I enjoyed the Twilight series." No, I enjoyed it too. I did. You know what I mean? I really did. It shocked me how much I did enjoy it. You know, I, I always remember the part when Jacob is holding Bella or whatever, and Edward's like let me like give her to me or whatever, and he makes that reference like, no, we all know you're not hot enough. And I was just like, yo, these motherfuckers. Oh man, that was good. But definitely it was a better series than what I anticipated it to be. And if I'm not mistaken, they are making a new movie. They're supposed to be coming out with a new movie, I think, in the next year or two. So that's something to keep an eye out for sure. Definitely. Oh, Val, so you already binge watched the Scream series already. So what did you think? What did you think? That's yeah, I got to hear this. What did you think about the Scream series? Well, seasons 1 and 2 anyway. We don't count 3 over here. Bob Hunt, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope she enjoyed it too. Because the first 2 seasons was great. Third, I don't know what the fuck. No. People always got to come around and mess something good up. But yeah, Val, let us hit the comment section and let us know what you think. Yeah, season 3 did suck. It should have never even happened. Should have never even happened. And the reasoning for why Queen Latifah, and I'm a big fan of the Queen. I mean, love me some Queen Latifah, but I never agreed with her reasoning as, oh, we need to take it in a new direction because we need more diversity. And it's like, you did not. They had a lot of diversity in the first 2 seasons. You didn't need any more diversity. Like, it didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. You traded off a great story, for basically for nothing. Like, because you didn't even do it. They didn't even do anything with it. Like they didn't even do anything. Like that story in season 3 was kind of bullshit. It was kind of weak. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed seeing Tony Todd play in it. I enjoyed the fact that they brought the original Ghostface mask and got Rod Jarrell to do the voice. But the first 2 seasons I love that story and it needs to come back. Okay, it's called Good Time 2017. Okay. It's another one to add to the list. It sounds like a comedy. Is that a comedy, Amby? Val says, I love the first 2 seasons. Third was meh, not what I expected. Noticed the similarities to the movie, was surprised by the amount of gore they allowed, but quite enjoyed the first 2 seasons. Yes. Yes, Val. And in all honesty, I want to say this. The Scream TV series, in my opinion, set the blueprint on how you take a movie franchise and put it on TV without watering it down. I feel like Chucky did a good job as well as following that formula. Taking the character to TV but not watering it down. I was happily surprised by the Gore and Scream the TV series as well, especially Will's kill. To me, the best kill in the entire series. The most gruesome kill. Did not expect that much, blood and guts. It was really, really good. And I would like to see them bring back the original, cast for another season and finish this story, but I don't think it's going to ever happen, unfortunately. Yeah, that's right, Jackie. I agree. I hope they revisit it, but it does seem unlikely. I mean, unless unless they can get everybody else on board, John Carna, Willa Fitzgerald, etc., and we do a time jump. I mean, I would think we would at this point almost have to do a time jump and then maybe pick up from like 5 years later after, the Halloween special or whatnot. We'll see. There's ways they can bring it back, but it does seem unlikely. Hopefully, though, hopefully we get surprised. Bob Hunt says exactly. Sheriff Acosta, Gustavo, Riley, Zoe, the one detective who interrogated Audrey, the cop who caught Kieran on on the hallway. It was very diverse. Yes, exactly. I didn't understand that whole reasoning as that reasoning that Queen Latifah gave because it was truly asinine. Because in my opinion, she was making it seem like as if the first two seasons it was only nothing but white people in the shows, and that wasn't true. It, far from the truth. We had plenty of diversity. So hopefully they do revisit it though. Oh my God, Will's kill. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Amby, I will definitely catch you later. I'll shoot you a message on IG later, check you out, see how you're doing. You know what I mean? Start a conversation, whatever. You know how we all do. You know what I mean? Check up on you, see how everything's going. You enjoy the rest of your day, Amby. Thank you for stopping in. Love you, girl. Appreciate the support. But yeah, definitely. If you guys are like, if you haven't checked out that link yet, check out that link of Rob Pattinson singing. He's really, really good. Really, really good. Really good. It's crazy because a lot of them, celebrities like actors and stuff like that, they have their own bands. Adam Sandler, I think think I'm not mistaken, had a rock band at one point. I know Jada Pinkett Smith, she has her own rock band. Um, Melissa Barrera, even she's a singer in Mexico, etc. And I want to point that out. Me and Bob kind of talked about that behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Last night after last night's stream, is maybe just maybe that's why Melissa Barrera's acting skills come out as flat, because she's not really an actress by trade. She's actually more of a singer than anything. She's done movies, obviously, but obviously you can tell that she's a little bit green at the acting skills still. You know what I mean? So I wanted to point that out there, that Melissa Barrera, she is more of a musician than she is an actress, which could be the reason for her flat performances in her movies. Because I have been seeing, in Craven's chat boxes, etc., that Scream 5 wasn't the only movie that she seemed to deliver a flat performance. So I wanted to point that out there. But yeah, a lot of these celebrities have their own bands, do their own thing, you know what I mean, and music and all that stuff. And some of them are pretty good. They're not too bad. Some of them are all right. Some of them are just like, yeah, stick to acting. You know what I mean? But is you'll find music from the most unexpected people. That's when I come to learn about music, especially from actors and stuff. Like, I never expected to see Rob Pattinson, you know, possess those type of skills on the mic or on the guitar. But I happened to run across him and took a gander and listened, and I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? He's pretty good. Val says, I don't think her performance was flat. I actually think it was spot on for someone who is on those kind of meds. I mean, I agree. I think for me, where where it felt kind of flat was especially in the hospital scene when Ghostface and her are talking, when Ghostface is stalking Tara, and she's like, "Please don't hurt them," and all that. Like it just sounded so fake. It just, I don't know. That sounded so fake to me. Like it didn't sound like any real emotion. Like, you know what I mean? And I get it, when you're on those type of meds and stuff, you can be feeling many different emotions. I understand that. But I don't know. It just I didn't like the way she sounded like just I don't it didn't sound real to me. It sounded coerced. It sounded like, you know what I mean, like it was planned, in my opinion. But that's not, it's not impossible because of the meds that her perform, for her performance to seem flat. The only argument that I do have with that is that according to other people who have seen other movies with her, they're saying that her performances in those movies are kind of the same as Scream 5. Like she's just not really, her dialogue isn't never really that good. You know what I mean? So that's something to keep in mind. But definitely the meds could make her feel so many different emotions to where we may think she doesn't have any emotion, so that definitely could be a thing. Bob says exactly, and I wouldn't think Jericho would also be a singer. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Yeah, I think the first time I heard Chris had his own band was back in 2003. Yeah, it was almost 20 years ago. Fuck, getting old. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was back in 2003. And I remember, and I think it was Happenstance. I think that was the album name, Happenstance. Yeah, that was the album name. Now, whether it came out in 2003, I can't be 100% accurate, but I want to say that that's when it did come out, and that's when I first find out he had a band because I remember wanting that CD. What, Val? You met Chris Jericho. You met the lexicon of La Champion, the man. How was it? Let me know how that experience was, Val. I bet he I bet he's a great time. He seems like he's a really good time. I like Chris. You know what I mean? I like Chris. I've always liked Chris Jericho. I think he's an incredible talent. The way that he reinvents his character in wrestling, like continuously, like he can just change characters and it's so fresh and it's like you don't get tired of him. He's definitely one of the best of and one of the greatest of his time and of all time for sure. Like he does such a good job of just reinventing himself. Like I love that about Chris Jericho. Bob asks, "Did you make the list, Val, or have some bubbly with him?" Love the list. Love the list of Jericho. You just made the list. Fucking Chris, man. A little bit of the bubbly. Yup, that's right. That's right. I remember when he did that promo promoting a little bit of the bubbly, and then he talked about making a list, and the fans start cheering, and he's like, "Seriously, get out of 2016. This is not the list any longer. This is the lexicon of La Champion." And I just put my hand over my head, and I'm just like, "This fucking guy." But he's so good. He's so good at what he does. He is just so good. It was a funny situation, actually. Val says, "Oh, this should be interesting." I didn't like him at the time in wrestling, and they were in town for a match. Oh, nice, 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 nice. So, like, how was the interaction with him though? So wait, did you actually get to meet him, or was that was like as close as you got to get to him was because they were in town for the match, or did you actually get to meet him like backstage and stuff like that? But either way, either or, that's pretty cool. Like I was telling Bob last night, I went to the Hershey event here in I went to the Hershey, PA event because I'm right down the road here in York, and SmackDown was here what was it, February 25th, they came down for this first SmackDown event in like 8 years. And I went to that, and that was the segment where they had Brock and Roman do the contract signing for WrestleMania. And man, it was great. It was such a cool experience. The atmosphere was definitely better than expected, better than seen on TV. We saw him walk into his hotel, and my husband went over to him and told him that. So he walked back over to me, and we ended up talking there on the street for over an hour. Nice. That's nice. Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's great. That's awesome for real. That's what's up. So wait, did your husband tell him that you didn't like him in wrestling at the time? Like, because if he did, that's even better. That Chris still, like, he didn't get salty, he didn't get mad and say, "Oh, well, piss off" or whatever. He actually still came over to talk to you for an hour. So yeah, let me know about that, Val. Like, did your husband tell him that? Yeah, my wife doesn't like you. Like, I think that would be pretty funny. Nice, nice, nice. That's hardcore. That's hard. That's hard because easily, easily he could have got upset and be like, piss off. I know a lot of the wrestlers are known to be like that. You know what I mean? But the fact that your husband was able to go over and be like, hey, my wife, she don't like you right now, and this and that. And he said, oh yeah, well, you know what? Let's have a conversation. Let's get to know each other. I think that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I like Chris Jericho. He's really a special talent. Been a fan of him for years. He's hilarious. I think he's very comical. Nice. That's great. Honestly, that's what's up. That's what's up. He said, "Let's go change your mind." That's great. Honestly, that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Damn, that's what's up. I was hoping to catch when I was at the Hershey event. I was hoping to catch maybe seeing Brock or Roman walk backstage, but they ended up. I know after the live event, they actually ended up doing some dark matches in a dark segment. So I ended up didn't get to leave. Johnny Knoxville was there that night. I did get to see his limo parked outside of this outside of the stadium, but I don't know if he was already in the limo or if they were waiting for him to come out. But I did see Knoxville's limo outside of the stadium or whatever and stuff. I think that there was like people inside the limo, but I don't think Johnny was in there yet. I don't think he came out of the stadium yet. That would have been cool to meet Johnny for real. Johnny's great. He's funny as hell. He is the absolute coolest guy in real life. Oh, I bet. He seems like it, in all honesty. He seems like he's a genuinely cool guy. Honestly. You know, I'm a big fan of Jim Cornette, and I know Jim Cornette and him has had their differences. Like, I don't know if you watch the Jim Cornette podcast, if you listen to Jim Cornette, YouTube Bob, or whatnot. But I know that he's had, his choice of words over Chris Jericho, in the last couple years or whatnot and stuff. But me personally, I think Jericho's the man. I like Jericho. I could, you know, I just like him. I think Chris is really one of those guys, like you said, Jackie. You meet him in real life, you just know he's a genuinely cool person. He just seems that way. How you can just kind of look at somebody, even if it's through the TV screen, and you can kind of tell they're a dick in real life. I never got that vibe off of Chris Jericho. Yes, can he be like that dickish, prickish type of character in wrestling? And I'm not saying he can't be that in real life. Absolutely. But he doesn't come off to me as that type of person, especially when it comes to his fans. So that's definitely a cool experience, Val. And I'm glad you got to experience that. That's amazing. Bob Hunt on the super card game on mobile. I pulled a hurricane card and tag Shane Helms. and he was like, "That's cool. The Hurricane was a favorite of Kid Bob." Hell yeah, Hurricane was great. Shane Helms did such a great job with that character. He made a character that, in all honesty, you think about that era, the ruthless aggression era, that character, in all honesty, probably shouldn't have made it and shouldn't have been as successful as it was, but he did such a good job adding layers to that character. I thought him, before he would transform into the cape and the outfit, him being in the suit with the Inspector Gadget hat and the glasses, like with the private inspector outfit on, I thought that was money. That was gold. You know what I mean? I thought that was really good storytelling in terms of a character story arc. That was such a nice piece of element to add to that Hurricane character. And in my opinion, Shane Helms is an underrated gem in the wrestling industry, in my opinion. I always like Shane Helms. I think he's an incredible incredible talent. That's what's up, Bob. Yeah, Hurricane was a shit. He was. Steven says, I've never met anyone before except maybe this one chick from a magazine I saw at Universal Studios. LOL. Hey, I mean, hey, buddy, it's, honestly, I didn't really get to meet anybody up until this year, really. The only people I really, famous people, if you want to say, that I ever got to meet in person was Blaze Your Dead Homie, who was obviously a part of Psychopathic Records with Insane Clown Posse. Blaze Your Dead Homie, um, what is his name? Oh, the one who was with him. I think it was AMB is Axe Murder Boys, but I did see them too. It was Blaze Your Dead Homie, and oh man, this is gonna fucking bother me. Oh man, this is going to bother me. But it was Blaze Your Dead Homie, somebody else or whatever, and Blaze Your Dead Homie and this other person who I cannot figure out his fucking name right now. They actually was a group called Drive By. So you know what? This is gonna bother me. I got to look it up. I'm sorry, I have to. I can't believe that I forgot that. There we go. ABK, anybody killer. There we go. There we go. Now I feel better. Now I feel better. But yes, I met Blaze Your Dead Homie, Anybody Killer, Axe Murder Boys. Now, mind you, these are all guys that were part of the Psychopathic Records stable for ICP. I met Prozac, and I was able to go to a Tech Nine concert. I have not been able to meet Tech Nine formally, and that is definitely a goal of mine because he is my favorite rapper, and that just has to happen. And I know that he does do shows still here around the area. He still does underground shows for the underground fans at like $60 VIP passes, $35 regular ticket prices. Like but he shows so much love to the underground. That's why he does that, because that's where he came from. So like, but Tech Nine, like those are the only people like I've seen like in person up until this year, other than when I went to the WWE event in Hershey, and then obviously the Horror Hound where I met Dick Warlock, where I met Jamie Kennedy and met Matthew Lillard. You know what I mean? So up until this year, Steven, don't feel bad, buddy. I really hadn't met anybody famous all like that neither. Oh, I will say this though. I'm wrong. God rest his soul. NFL Hall of Famer Chris Dolman is from York, and he was actually my high school teacher at one point. He was my high school substitute teacher at one point. And he actually has his own street name here in York, Pennsylvania, called Chris Dolman Drive. I can't believe I forgot about that too, but we're not talking about sports, so that's probably why. But yes, that's another famous person that I did get to meet was Chris Dolman, Hall of Famer Chris Dolman. You know what I mean? Like from the San Francisco 49ers. I think he played for the 49ers. I want to say he played for the Vikings at one point. Yeah, played for the Vikings and the 49ers. I think the Eagles maybe too, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, he's in the Hall of Fame, and he was actually my substitute teacher. So yeah, he was a real cool guy, big, fucking huge guy, man. Like, I think he was about 6'6", 320. Yeah, big guy for sure. But yeah, don't feel bad, Steven. Up until like this year, I really hadn't met anybody like significantly like famous. Like, cause like I said, those rappers and stuff, not like trying to disrespect them or shit on them or anything. You know what I mean? They were basically the underground, the undercard acts for the main acts. You know what I mean? So, but nonetheless, they were very good and very cool. Blaze Your Dead Homie is a Raiders fan, and I'm a diehard Raiders fan. Got the stamp. Let me show that here. Damn, I can't even angle this right. There we go. There we go. Bam. You see that bad boy. You know what I mean? Diehard Raiders fan. And I remember we was in the Croc Rock Cafe. It's not open anymore in Allentown, Pennsylvania. But that's where Blaze Your Dead Homie and Anybody Killer and Axe Murder Boys were performing. And I remember me and my buddy Ryan were sitting there eating pizza in the pizza shop at the Croc Rock. And Anybody Killer and Blaze, every time they were coming in to make their arrival, they would walk through the pizza shop to give the fans a woo woo, and everybody would go crazy and say what's up. And Blaze Your Dead Homie, he was rocking his Raiders hat and everything, and I was rocking my Raiders gear. Rolls up to me and was just like, "Got the right team on, bro." Pats me on the back, and my friend, I never forget it. He was just like, Blaze spoke to you. And I'm just like, yep, the perks of being a Raiders fan. Read it and weep. Like, but yeah, definitely. Like, it's an experience for sure. Meeting people that you grew up watching either on TV or listening on the radio. It's definitely an experience for sure, because you never think that you're ever going to see these people in real life. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, in all honesty, like as if they're this supernatural figure right in front of you. And then when you finally do get to meet them, it's like, holy shit, like it's truly an honor. It is. It really is. That's how I felt about meeting Matt, Jamie, and Dick Warlock. Incredible experience. Matt is so cool with his fans. Like, he's amazing. Mike Trout went to the same school I went, but I started high school after he graduated. Hey, shit, Mike Trout's the shit. He's a hell of a ball player. Hell of a ball player. Steven said it gets worse. I've only ever been to one baseball game as a kid. That's it. No concerts, nothing. Almost went to Comic Con once. Almost would have been free to. Man. Well, Steven, excuse me. What are you doing in August? I believe, what is it? Monster Mania, right, guys? Like, yeah, where everybody's planning to go to. Because I know I'm going to for sure. I've already got my plans how I want to do this, between going to that event and then next month, the following month going to Horror Hound. I think I got my plan. I think I got my plan set in stone. I think I'm gonna be able to do both. But Steven, like, what are you doing for either Monster Mania weekend or Horror Hound weekend? You know what I mean? Like, you want to link up, man? Like, listen, I've been open about this. I'm trying to get a lot of us together to link up. Honestly, that would be a really cool thing, like for all of us to meet up, and go to one of these cons and hang out and go grab something to eat, have a few drinks, politic. You know what I mean? Get to know each other in person. I think that would be really cool. So let me know then, Stephen. Like, what are you doing for like around August, September time? Val says it was a grocery store in Charleston, South Carolina, where he lives, and my daughter lived at that time. at that time. Again, the nicest guy. I kept looking because I wasn't sure, and he finally said, "Yes, it's me." Oh, that's what's up. That is what's up. Shook my hand, gave us tickets to a game for the minor baseball team he owns in Charleston, and talked for a few minutes and went about his shopping. Are you talking about Mike Trout, Val? Because for a second there, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were still talking about Jericho, but I had to, you know, think about it that that was at a wrestling event with your husband. Are you talking about Mike Trout? Because if so, that's incredible. Mike Trout is a hell of a ball player. I like Mike Trout. Play some ball for sure. Yeah, Bob says, yeah, Monster Mania August, and I'm hoping everything works out. I want to meet with y'all who go. If not, I'll be there in spirit. Now, listen, Bob, I told you this last night. One way or another, you're going to be there. So you do not worry about that. Like I told you, man, like we're gonna make this happen. So don't you even stress that. It's going down, man. Don't you even stress it. It's going down for sure. You're definitely going. You're definitely going to be there, and I'm going to be there too. Steven says, that would be cool. That would be cool. I can't complain. I've never had the time. I don't even use social media. Hey man, I mean, hey, I don't blame you. You know, a lot of people choose not to use social media. You know what I mean? Social media can be a motherfucker. You know what I mean? It can be, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Fortunately, here in this community, we are fortunate to have some good people, you know what I mean, that can guide us in the right direction. You know what I mean? So, hey, buddy, if you're interested in going to one of these cons, you know, if you're not already, Steven, follow me on IG and shoot me a message and we'll talk some more. You know what I mean? On Instagram and stuff about it. And I'll give you all the information you need and all that stuff. And so you can start planning, you know what I mean? If you know, if you, I don't know if your work situation or whatnot, but then you can start planning ahead of time for if you do work, if you are working, if you work a lot, you can plan time for time off. You know what I mean? So definitely shoot me a message on Instagram. I shot him 6 times, you know, on Instagram. You know what I mean? So shoot me a message and we'll talk more about that, man. Would definitely like to see you get to one of these cons and you know meet some people and stuff, man. It's an incredible experience. It's really fun. No, Bill Murray. That's right. I did see you say that earlier. I did see that in the comments earlier, Val. Bill Murray. Ah, my boy Bill. Bill Murray's a classic. Oh man, love some Bill Murray. I always loved him in Space Jam when he's talking to Michael Jordan and he's like, I'm thinking about playing basketball. What do you think? And he's like, Michael's just like, and he's like, it's because I'm white, ain't it? And whatever. And Michael's like, "Well, no, Larry's white, talking about Larry Bird. And Bill's like, Larry isn't white, Larry's clear. I fell out. Still to this day, I fall out over that. Bill Murray is an instant classic. I love Bill Murray. That's incredible. That's incredible. I would love to meet Bill Murray myself. That's incredible, Val. Good shit. That's what's up. Damn. Fucking Bill Murray. That's my boy. Man, you just started some shit with me, Val. Love some Bill Murray. He is fucking funny. Oh man. Fucking Bill Murray. Val says whoever goes has to meet up all together and do a quick live for those of us who can't be there. Now listen, Val, that's funny you say that because my plan, honestly, if I can have it my way, at both events, I'm going to try to get a booth. But if I can't do the booth thing at both events, then at least one of them I will. But either way, I plan on at least doing some live videos from the event and stuff like that. So that's definitely in the works for sure. Definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. That is going to happen. That is definitely going to happen because I really want to get a booth though. I'm not going to lie. I really would love to get a booth. I think that would be really, really cool. Because that's the one thing that stuck out to me when I was at Horror Hound in March or whatnot was I was looking, walking around, looking at, all the artwork and all the stuff that they had, that you can buy and stuff. And then I'm, looking at, there's other, like, obviously, like, Tom, Tom Jones Jr. was there, had his booth set up signing autographs. Then I look over on the other side and there's YouTubers, going live and talking and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. I was like, yup, next time I come to one of these events, I know exactly what I'm doing. So yes, Val, definitely will be going live and putting content together and hopefully can get a booth at, if not at both, at least at one of them. That's right, Bob. Definitely. That's our plan. And we even plan on putting the Crispin Glover. Yes. Hell yes. That's gotta happen. That's gotta happen. I'm actually trying to find a song that he was dancing to. Like, I pulled up the clip a few days ago, but when I tried to pull the song, like see what the song it was, it didn't have like the credits for the song. It didn't say what song, who was playing this, what song that was in the background. So I'm gonna have to do more research on that. Steven says, cool, cool. The next trip I'm planning was to see family right now. My dad's not doing too well, and I want to see my grandma again before she passes. No, absolutely, Steven. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear about your dad not doing too well. Prayers and love, goes out to you and your family, my man. And definitely take care of that first. Definitely go take care of seeing the family first. That's far more important. You know what I mean? But definitely you take care of that and all that stuff. Go see your family, show them some love, you know what I mean? Go be with them in these trying times. And then whenever, you can focus on worry about going to cons and stuff, we can definitely talk more about it for sure. Definitely. But again, sending prayers out to you and your family, my friend. I'm gonna go grab a smoke, guys. See, see, I'm not gonna lie. Hearing stuff like that, seeing like my friends here in the chat, you guys here in the chat, I understand we all go through. I understand it's life, and we're all gonna go through shit. I get that. You know what I mean? But I don't like seeing you guys have to go through that type of stuff at all. I mean, I don't like anybody having to go through trying times or whatever. I'm just that type of person. That shit really really bothers me. You know what I mean, like just recently here, I had to go through that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go into real big detail of it, but my niece here recently was sick, like really sick. Like she had like I forget exactly what it was called, but it was like a blood disease to the point where she had to get a transfusion from my nephew, her brother, because she could only get a transfusion from a sibling that matched. And it was a really scary situation. And because she had to do chemo and all that stuff, she did end up losing her hair and all that stuff. And I remember the first time I saw her on video, and she had I saw that she had lost her hair, and that broke me. It did. It really, really did. Like, and like now she's home. Everything, like, she's making progress and stuff like that. She's making really good progress. The procedure went well and all that stuff. And her hair is actually like growing back, like her eyebrows are growing back in and everything. So it's definitely refreshing to see. But of course, as you can imagine, on being an uncle, you know what I mean, having to see your niece, go through that was really really rough. And I hate, that's why I wanted to talk about that, because I hate having hearing you guys having to go through these type of stuff. You know what I mean, like with family, being sick and all that stuff like that. That bothers me. You know what I mean. But I understand we all go through things in this crazy adventure we call life. But that's just, it bothers, it does, you know what I mean. So I know what you're feeling, Steven. I've been there, and I was there not too long ago. You know what I mean. So again, prayers to the family. You know what I mean. Prayers to your grandma, prayers to your father. Hopefully he starts doing better, etc. And prayers to you, my man, for sure, like, definitely. Man, that shit is rough. I need to take a puff of a cigarette. Shit stresses me out. I'm not gonna lie. Man, I understand we all can't control everything in the world, but man, I just hate to see people go through shit like that. I do. I don't like it. I don't know if you guys realize this about me. Like, I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect. Can I be an asshole? Absolutely. I'd like to think we all can be. You know what I mean? But I'm just genuinely a loving person, man. I like to love people. You know what I mean? Even though I know there's a lot of people out there who might not even sometimes deserve it, or we may not think they deserve it. I just love to love people, man. Like, I just like to try to spread as many positive vibes as I can, because I know for a fact when I was in the dark going through, a lot of bad things in my life, I didn't really have a lot of people who could really pull me out or offer that advice. So that's why I like having these little conversations, about this a little bit and stuff like that, and talking about that, because I want you guys to know that, like we said earlier, this isn't just about horror movies and stuff like that. You guys are supporting me in my journey, you know what I mean? And you guys are honestly becoming like family. You know what I mean? So much like family and friends, I'm gonna care about you guys. And I'm gonna, ask, hey, how are you guys doing today? How you guys feeling today? And stuff like that. Oh man, you guys are going through that. You know what? My prayers are out for you and your families, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I just like to show love, man. I do. You know what I mean? I like to show love. So, you know, much love to you guys. Hopefully, anything that anybody is, issues are going through out there, hopefully you guys get through them. And my prayers are with you guys. Anybody's going through anything, honestly, because even if we don't talk about it, we all are going through something. You know what I mean? So if anybody out there ever needs to talk about anything, feels free to ever don't be afraid to talk to Marcus about nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. That's what I'm here for. I'm not just here to provide you guys with horror movie content and all that stuff, even though I love to do that. I'm here to also be your friend. You know what I mean? Just like you guys have shown you're here to be my friend as well, because you guys support me in what I'm doing. And you guys don't have to do that. You guys don't have to sit in here for almost 2 hours and listen to me talk about either horror movies or spew about whatever. You don't have to. You choose to because you believe in me and what I'm doing, and you have a certain level of love for what I'm doing and for me as a person, I would like to say. So I greatly appreciate you guys, honestly. Like, definitely. Steven says, absolutely love you guys. Hashtag families forever. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is so true. Absolutely. Val says that's why it's great to have found this community of people, always just positive and fun. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Val. Exactly. That's what it boils down to. Just positivity and having fun. You know what I mean? Like, there's there's no reason to always, I mean, you can always have a reason. Is like I said, anybody can be going through anything. You know what I mean? But I always say you always have a choice. You can either be down, or you can be up, or you can be neutral. You know what I mean? I like to be neutral. I mean, I understand there's going to be some days I'm down. There's going to be some days I'm all the way up. But if I can find a common ground, I like to think I'm doing okay. You know what I mean? I just would like that for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Just to find that common ground in life, honestly. But definitely always positive and fun. Absolutely. Bob Hunt, we are thankful for you, Marcus, and I've only known you for a few weeks and just met you on stream with Craven and meeting you. Val, Jackie, Carrie, Craven, and Amber, y'all are truly my family. Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about that, man. Like that, and that's I feel the same way about you and everybody else that you just mentioned, and everybody who's in the chat now. We've only known each other for a few weeks and all that stuff, but that's what bonding does. You know what I mean? That's what having these conversations and having these live streams does. You know what I mean? You realize, you know what I mean? I've always been, you know what I mean, the type of person that, I'll be honest, I was for a long time, I was scared to really surround myself with people. Never really liked a whole big crowd of people, etc. Just really didn't like engaging, none of that. But as I got older and stuff like that, it's just like, you know what? It's better for health. it's better to talk to people because you will come to realize there are a lot more people out there that are just like you. There are a lot more people out there than you think that are literally just like you and going through either the same situations or certain situations that they can relate to where y'all can relate to what y'all are going through. You know what I mean? So I guess the key to what I'm saying is don't be afraid to talk to people. Branch out. You know what I mean? Branch out and meet new people. It's never wrong. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say, you know, everybody's for everybody because not everybody is for everybody. But don't have that fear as in putting yourself out there just to see what is out there. You know what I mean? You will be surprised of how many decent people you actually meet. Oh, Jackie, that's very sweet. Very well said. So glad to have found this community and you all. Absolutely, Jackie. No doubt. No doubt about it. For sure. Like I said, that's why I wanted to make it a point on the stream with Craven to tell him that. You know what I mean? Because in all honesty, like I said before, I saw other, horror movie YouTube channels and stuff like that. And it's not like not saying they never engage with their audiences because they do, but they just didn't engage, in my opinion, they didn't engage with their audience to the level that Craven does. And and then us in the chat boxes, like we've all honestly created our own little community. And I think it's cool as hell, man. Like I love it. You know what I mean? It's just built on positivity and just having fun. You know what I mean? It's not built on no negativity. It's not built on, one upsmanship or none of that. You know what I mean? So absolutely. I'm glad to found this community and you all as well. Definitely got a lot of love for you guys. Oh man, got 4 people in the chat. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you guys so much. You know what I mean? Listen, slow build, baby. One day we'll be getting to those views like Craven, like 50 views, 60 views, etc. We're gonna get there. You know what I mean? But I just love having this time just to, talk with you guys. You guys get to know me a little bit better. I get to know you guys a little bit better. Like, doesn't always have to be about horror movie conversations. You just have conversations about real life and stuff like that, or just different topics outside of horror movies, etc., etc. That's why I made this whole, shoot at me Mondays. Like, fuck it. Why not get to know each other a little bit better? Kind of take a swerve off, the normalcy of posting, horror movie videos, theory videos, etc. And let's get to know each other a little bit better. Definitely for sure. All right, guys. So I would say I'll go another 10 minutes. I'll go another 10 minutes and you guys hit me in the comment section with whatever questions you want to lay on me, horror movie related, music related, slightly personal, what have you. Shoot for it. The floor, the stage is you guys in the chat. Ooh. Think I'm definitely going to check out that Batman after this stream. I might just do that. I got to check out Firestarter too. I don't care what anybody says. I'm starting. I think that movie's going to be better than what a lot of people are saying it is. I don't know why. I'm optimistic, but we'll see. Bob says, very true. These streams are a lot of fun just to shoot the shit, as they say, just escape and just have a different branch of conversations. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's what I like to do. I love to have conversations with you guys, honestly. I think, like I said to Craven, like my ideal way of building a YouTube channel and engaging with the supporters who support the channel, this would be it. Excuse me. And like I said to him, at first I didn't think that we had this type of community. I did not think that there would be people out there that would be willing to sit down for hours and have a conversation about horror movies, theorizing about what could happen in this next movie, what we thought happened in the previous movie. I did not think that that existed. You know what I mean? I did not, you know what I mean, at all. And then watching Craven and then seeing all you guys, in the chat, I'm just like, holy shit, there's a lot of people that are just like me that actually do like to have these type of conversations, that do like to sit for hours in politics and stuff like that. Like and it's just it was refreshing, and I'm really really glad I found this community. Honestly, I really am because this is what I like to do. Like I love to talk about movies and sports and stuff like that. Everybody who knows me like personally, like outside of YouTube, like people who've known me for years and stuff like that, they're like, Marcus, like you should be having your own radio show or you should be having your own YouTube podcast, something. You know what I mean? And for so long I wanted to, put one together. I just didn't know exactly how to go about it. And once honestly, Craven laid out the blueprint, you know what I mean, that we do have a community of people who will be willing to sit here and let's just talk and let's just politic and have fun and engage with each other. Once I saw that, I was just like, yeah, I'm in the game because this is what I do. This is what I love. This is my passion. It's not just about theorizing about who could be the killer in the movie. It's about engaging with you guys and hearing your opinions on what you think could happen as well. I love that part of being a content creator. It's the engagement with the people. That's what I love the most. You know what I mean? Because I could sit here and I've been doing it for years and theorize to myself all day long. And and it's like, okay, well, I just theorized about that. It's cool, but it doesn't give you the same satisfaction when you can theorize and share these topics and views with other people who see the same things that you see or share the same passion for these type of movies that you have. I mean, definitely for sure. So, like these conversations, this engagement, this is what it's all about for me. Like, I love it. Like, this is what I genuinely love to do. Like, if they could, if I'll put this way, I always tell my mom this. When she spat me outside the womb, she should have made sure I had a microphone attached to my face, honestly, because I feel like I was born for this. I was born to talk about, topics and movies and kind of be like that radio type personality. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I was born for this. I feel like there's just such a level of comfortability I have on this microphone in front of this camera. And it's crazy because I never thought that I'd have that comfortability. And I'm just glad that I can share that comfortability with you guys. Oh, you a Tenacious D fan? There's another voice for you. I haven't watched Tenacious D in a while, but I would definitely have to go back and watch it so I can get the voice down. But I am a fan. That was a funny movie, but I just have not watched it in a long time. Jackie S, what is your favorite genre out aside from horror? That is a really, really good question, Jackie, honestly. Um, hmm, it's a really good question. I think it would be easy for me to say comedy because I do love comedy, but I'm honestly gonna go with like documentaries, like true stories, like true crime, stuff like that. I really, really like documentaries on like real life figures, um, just anything like that. I'm a real sucker for that type of shit. Honestly, like biographies on like old school boxers, old school, like especially combat. That's I love combat. Like, you know what I mean? I love fighting, UFC, boxing, all that stuff. So like when they make these type of movies like biopics and stuff like that. So that's what I'll say biopics, biography movies or whatever. Those are like my favorite type of movies. Like Goodfellas, true stories and stuff like that. So I'd have to say the ripped from the headlines type movies are my favorite type of genre outside of horror. Like I love reality. You know what I mean? So I love reality being portrayed on film. You know what I mean? So I'd have to say that. But comedy is close by. The thing for me about comedy is they don't make comedy like they used to anymore. It's not the same anymore, in my opinion. Like don't get me wrong, you get a couple movies out here that's still, pretty funny and, you can find that you'll get a good laugh out of, but it's not like it used to be, in my opinion. Like, we don't have the Billy Madisons and the Big Daddies and the, Step Brothers, those type of movies, 40-Year-Old Virgin, like, we just don't get those type of movies anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish we did. Like, just like Steven said, Tenacious D, like, we just do not get those type of comedies anymore, and it's sad. I wish we did get some more good comedies out there, for sure. Valerie says, "Steven, I love the pick of destiny." Yes, it was, from what I can remember, it was a funny, it was a really good movie. Just have not watched it in a while. But when obviously when I was a little bit younger and I did catch it multiple times, definitely enjoyed that movie. Jack Black he's hilarious. Steven, great flick, great soundtrack. No, that did definitely have a great soundtrack. I agree with you on that. That soundtrack was lit. That's another celebrity who has his own band and stuff like that, Jack Black. It's another one. Bob Hunt says, Sasquatch is my papa. I love that scene when Black is tripping and he sees that in his mind and when he's falling out of the tree. Yes. Hell yeah. Another comedy that I do like, Tropic Thunder. I love Jack Black in Tropic Thunder. I love the part when he's going up to the buffalo and they're telling him, get away from him. And he's just like, because he was withdrawing from being coked out. And he's like, I'm gonna bite his hide, and then I'm gonna tear off his stomach skin and wear it as a unitard. Yeah, I fell the fuck out. I'm just like, yo, my god, this dude, he's hilarious. I love Jack Black. I loved him, and I still know what you did last summer when he was in the pool rolling up on Brandy and Mekhi Pfeiffer, and he's like, no water squirting after midnight. It's hotel policy. And he's like, and Mekhi Pfeiffer's like, oh yeah, what's the policy for Bird and Herb? You can't try it until you buy it. I'm just like, yo, he's so gully. Love Jack Black. Love that dude. Love that man. He's the fucking man. Fucking Jack Black. Hold on. And then in Tropic Thunder, that's right. He was playing the fart movies or whatever. Like, I guess he was like playing multiple characters, kind of like a Nutty Professor type character or whatever and stuff in his like movies that he was known for. And I remember when they was doing the red carpet, in the movie, they was interviewing him in the red carpet, and he's like, a lot of people are giving me flack for these movies, because they said it's only about farts, and it's not only about farts, it's about family, and you know what? Fuck you. You don't do what I do. Yo, he's just awesome. I love it. I love Jack Black. He's just that fucking dude. He is a nut. He is a stone cold nut. I love it. And I love those type of characters, like those nutty type, funny type guys. That's why I love Stu Macher's character so much, because he is just so damn fucking funny. You know what I mean? Like, he is so wild and he is so hilarious. Like, I love those over the top type of characters in comedy. I do. Jackie says, I love docu-series type stuff too. Yes, that's it, Jackie. Like, that's it for me. Like, that shit would get me hooked. Like, got me hook, line, and sinker. Like, I love those type of shits. Like, I'm especially big into the IDs type of stuff. Watching, a lot of my friends, when I would, watch it, and I had roommates and stuff, I'd put it on the TV and they're like, oh, Marcus is watching his murder porn. And I'm just like, yep, that's right. Let me go get the tissues ready. You know what I mean? Just fucking around. But definitely, like, docu-series, true to life events that get depicted on film, I just think are so fascinating. Now, Jackie, did you ever see the documentary on the real life Scream killers? Hit the comment section and let me know if you ever watched that, because that is actually pretty fascinating or whatever. If you haven't heard about it, there was these guys that actually killed a high school, one of their high school classmates in the style that Casey Becker was killed in Scream 1996, and they even admitted when they had got caught or whatever, when they got arrested and caught, that that was their motivation behind the killings. They dubbed the documentary, I think, The Real Scream Killers. So if you haven't, Jackie, check that out. Like it's wild. Like it's fascinating for sure. And I'll say this, in my opinion, and I did a video about it actually. I think that's where Radio Silence kind of got their idea for toxic fandom for the end of Scream 5 was based on those real life events of those Scream killers. Because if you remember, and I think they did that as an homage to Wes Craven, because remember, as we know, Scream, the original Scream 1996, Wes got the idea from the Gainesville Ripper in Florida. So in my opinion, that's why I made a video about it. I feel like Radio Silence did as the ending for Scream 5, the whole toxic fandom thing. I think that that was in relation to those real life Scream murders. Steven says, LOL makes you want to watch it now. Hell yeah, man. Go for it. My favorite Jack Black movie is School of Rock. I think honestly that is mine too. I loved School of Rock. I did. I loved the final like act, I guess you want to call it the final act scene when he got all the kids on stage and they're fucking, rocking out and they're rocking out. And I love when the little boy who's doing the guitar and he does basically the air hump pump to the guitar. I'm like, yes, he really went for it. That was so fucking cool to see that kid do that. It was funny as hell because he really put the pump into it too. I did not expect that. But yes, School of Rock was fun. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Especially like for a PG-13 movie, you know what I mean? Because you don't see like too many PG-13s that are really that funny. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to think sometimes we have to push the boundaries of getting a R rating to see the type of humor we want to see. But School of Rock for a PG-13 movie was pretty damn funny. They did a good job with the comedy without having it to be on like a R rated type level. I enjoyed it. Jackie says, I've heard the story and I think I saw the YouTube video on it, but I've never seen the documentary. I have to check it out. Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah, they go through well, I know in the YouTube video or whatever, they actually have the entire like interrogation of like when they're interrogating these boys and shit like that. And they're telling them at first they were trying to lie their way out of it. But then after a while of like softening them up and stuff like that, they started, spewing and it was wild. Like it's just crazy. Like they really really decided to like they did it the exact same way as Casey Becker was killed in the original Scream. It's wild. Like that is crazy. And I genuinely do think that's where Radio Silence got their whole toxic fandom idea from, was honestly from that video and from that documentary and that story. Dino, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I saw that about the real life Scream killers. Yeah, man, this shit is wild, man. Shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Like there is some people out here that will just really take that to a whole new level and portray what they see in films in real life. And it's sad because it makes the community look bad. It does. Like Bob said last night, it does make the community look bad. You know what I mean? Especially for people like us who just love talking about this and conversating about it and are not going to go out there and really try to set each other up for a slaughter. You know what I mean? Like it does make the community look bad. But it's definitely a fascinating read and a fascinating watch for sure. Nacho Libre, yes. Nacho Libre was the shit. Definitely, Steven. Nacho Libre was the shit. Yes. Nacho Libre was funny as hell. Jack Black, a lot of his movies, I can't Can you recall a bad Jack Black comedy? I really can't. I can't recall a time, honestly. One maybe would argue Goosebumps, but I actually enjoyed Goosebumps. I'm a big ass kid, y'all. I'm sorry. Bob says one of my favorite comedies was American Pie, especially with Eugene Levy. Yes, Eugene is so under fucking rated, man. Excuse me, so underrated. I love Eugene Levy. He is the man. Yes. Good call, Bob. Honestly. Yes. Eugene Levy is that fucking dude. Oh my God. I loved Eugene Levy in Bringing Down the House with Steve Martin and Queen Latifah. When he sees Queen Latifah coming in to the restaurant and Steve Martin's like, oh my God. And Eugene's just like, holy mackerel. And they play the Morris Day Jungle Love song in the background. And Queen Latifah's like swinging her hair and all that shit. And Eugene's just like, whoa, or whatever and stuff like that. So then I remember Steve Martin's like telling him, like describing her. And he's like, well, I don't know about you, but I like my jello to jiggle if I'm not being too subtle. Love Eugene Levy. And I love the scene in Bringing Down the House when he's on the date with Queen Latifah. When he's on the date with Queen Latifah and he's like staring at her hard as hell. He's just like, I like to dip you in cheese like a Ritz cracker if I'm not being too subtle. And she's like, she starts laughing and she's like, you're such a goddamn freak boy. And he's like, oh, you have no idea. You got me straight tripping, boo. Fell out. That one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in life. Eugene Levy is a god. He is a god for sure. Definitely. Good call, Bob. I'm so glad you brought up Eugene Levy. Honestly, that if you can't tell, that brought a smile to my face. That brought a smile to my heart. Honestly, Eugene Levy's the fucking man. My son is sitting here right now with his hand glued to his pleat right now, lady, and his taste of films is no concern. Too, it's at the bottom of the totem pole. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh, good old Eugene. Good old Eugene. Gotta love Eugene, guys. You got to. Eugene is a master of using facial comedy. I agree. I agree. In all honesty, I can see where you would say that. Who I do think is better, a better master at facial comedy is Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, his facial comedy is top notch. It's arguably probably the best. But I do agree with you. Some of Eugene's facial comedy is really good, especially with the way he gets his eyebrows, to go up and stuff like that. Like, for sure. Fucking Eugene, man. Love Eugene Levy. Love this guy. Fucking amazing. So glad Bob brought him up. Dino says, yeah, Jats fair. Jim Carrey is the GOAT. He is. He is. And just to veer off real quick, I don't know if you guys, obviously, I don't know if some of you guys out there listen to The Weeknd or whatever, but The Weeknd's new album was actually an homage and a reference to Jim Carrey's The Mask. The Weeknd, if you look at his album cover or whatever, he has, he has a gray wig and he's like an older version of himself. And that was actually in reference to Jim Carrey's The Mask movie. And he actually featured Jim Carrey as his like basically his how can I say it, like his plastic surgeon who puts on the mask. Because if you watch the out of time video from The Weeknd or whatever, at the end, you see Jim Carrey putting the mask on him. And then when Jim's talking, Jim's like, he's saying whatever he's saying, and then he cuts into the mirror while looking at The Weeknd. He's like on 103.5 Dawn FM. So like that album was honestly an homage and a reference to Jim Carrey's The Mask character. And I thought that was really, really cool. You know what I mean? For The Weeknd to do that. Because I remember, I'll tell you guys here, I'm a big Weeknd fan. I love The Weeknd's music. In my opinion, he's like for me, he's the new age Michael Jackson, and I love Michael Jackson's music. You know what I mean? So when I heard that Jim Carrey was going to be featured in some capacity in that album, I was like, that's very, very interesting. You know what I mean? I want to see what this is about. And they did a really good job. Um, if you haven't heard it yet, look up Phantom Regret by Jim Carrey. You know what? I'll actually put that here in the comment section before I get off of here. And it's not even so much of a song, it's Jim Carrey talking. It's him talking and in all honesty giving like life advice to some in so many ways. And I thought it was really, really well crafted and really well done. And I think you guys should take a listen to it. So I'm gonna share it here in the comment section, but it's different. You know what I mean? It's definitely different. It's definitely something I didn't expect. You know what I mean? But it's called Phantom Regret. And once you listen to the words he's saying, I think you'll understand the message he's trying to send. And thought it was really cool for the weekend to incorporate Jim Carrey on his album. You know what I mean? Jim Carrey, he's the man. Let me go do that now. Phantom Regret, Jim Carrey. It's actually really euphoric. Like if you are a fan of like listening to, how can I say this? If you're a fan of like listening to like motivational speeches and stuff like that, then you will like this song by Jim Carrey. There you go. Phantom Regret by Jim. All right, Jackie, hon, you have a good day, girl. Thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate the time. You enjoy the rest of your day. All right, I'm putting that link in the description now, guys, in the comment section. But yeah, definitely check it out, guys. Like I said, if you're a fan of like motivational speeches and or how can I say it? Like not even like really motivational speeches, but if you're a fan of like wisdom, if you're a fan of hearing wisdom and hearing encouraging words and stuff like that, check out that song by Jim Carrey, if that's what you want to call it. I call it more of a motivational speech in so many ways over a light beat, over a light sound in the background. But it's really well done in my opinion. I think you guys should check it out. I thought that was really cool for the weekend to feature Jim Carrey on his album, and kind of his whole album was like an homage to the masked character. Like this character that the weekend is playing in his album and in his music videos that you see if you watch the weekend or if you've seen some of his videos, that character is depicted off Jim Carrey's The Mask and stuff. But I put that link in the chat box so you guys can check it out. But I'm actually about to head out too, Steven. Steven, I see you got to go. I'm about to head out too, guys. I do have some other stuff to end up doing. I want to end up posting a Saw video, and I also want to start building some merch. I have a merch store that I started to build, and I want to add some more stuff to it. Start adding some t-shirts and all that good stuff. So, yeah, definitely. But everybody in the chat, thank you for showing up. Greatly appreciate the love and support, you guys. Love talking to you guys. I am going to head out of here for this stream. Once again, this is I Shot 'Em 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host, Marcus. If you are a new viewer, please smash that like and subscribe button and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon to get all the latest content updates. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you're a returning viewer, you guys know You guys got that notification icon already set. I will catch you guys later. And always remember, guys,
I shot him 6 times.